Good day to everyone. My name is Nancy Asha. I'm from Manyuna Academy. And our motto is knowledge to survive the new era. Okay? So today we are going to be looking at biology. And actually here we are going to be getting some of the questions that we're going to use in our explanation from ECZ questions based revision. So today the first topic we're going to look at cell structure and osmosis. That will be our first topic that we're going to look at today. And just one thing you're supposed to take note is that explore the microscopic world. Nothing is impossible for anyone so long as you put in the effort. And us as Manyuna Academy, we are here to unlock life's code. We are here to help each and everyone to provide you with all the necessary items you are supposed to have as you dive into your examination. Every instance of osmosis is a force for growth. Okay, so just take note in that. Nothing is impossible for Manyuna Academy. So we are going to look at the learning objectives, or we are going to consider what we are going to look at exactly. So we are going to identify the parts of plant and animal cells as we are going to continue. And we are also going to explain osmosis and related processes. We are also going to solve ECZ style questions on the topic. Okay, so let's see what we have for you. The first thing we're going to look at is the plant cell structure. And the question we're going to use, we are referring it from 2009 question 1 ECZ question paper, where we're going to look at the function of each part. Okay, so here we are having a plant cell. As you can see, this is a what? This is a plant cell. So as for now, we are just going to name the parts of a plant cell. You and I are going to make sure you're having books where you, as I will be pointing, and you should also take note. While this red dot is passing, you should be able to take note. Those are the parts. Okay. So the first thing we're going to look at is this huge thing that you're seeing in a plant cell. Remember to say a plant cell, it is found in plants only. So here, this big thing you're seeing here where the red dot is passing, this is the vacuum. Okay. This is the vacuum. Then the function of the vacuum, it stores cell sample. Okay, and this thing you're seeing here, the greenish thing, this is the mitochondria. This is the mitochondria. This is where respiration takes place, meaning the production of energy, ATP, adenosine triphosphate energy that is used in a plant. Okay, then this thing you're seeing here in purple, this is the nucleus. Okay, this is the nucleus. And this thing you're seeing here, this small thing where this pointer is pointing at, take note, this is the chloroplast. Here, this is the ribosome, while this is pointing, this is the Golgi apparatus. Here, where this pointer is pointing, this is the cytoplasm. Actually, it won't really specify why it's pointing, because mostly with plants, I think you can stand by me, they do not mostly show the visible part of a cytoplasm. And this green thing, while the pointer is pointing at, make sure you are able to see, this is the cell wall. Okay, so the function of the cell wall, one is to protect them, the cells, the inner part of the cell, from mechanical shock. Okay? And the other function is to give it itself, as you can see, to say this is what it's the shape. And this white thing you're seeing here inside, I bet you with me, this white thing you're seeing here inside, this is the cell membrane. The cell membrane, this is where now it selects what goes in. It is known as the selective permeable membrane, where it selects what goes in and out of the cell. Okay. Having looked at a part of the cell, let's now confirm if what exactly we have looked at is what is there. Okay. The good part about us, we're even able to show you for you to confirm. Okay. So the good part, we named the big thing that was in blue, we named it, that's the vacuum, which is correct. You can see. This is the chloroplast, where we're having the Golgi apparatus, but we thought it was that somewhere here. We named the ribosomes, this is the nucleus, and the plasmic reticulum, and some other parts. So I'm just going to look at the main parts like the cell wall, the cell membrane, the mitochondria, the vacuum, Golgi apparatus, chloroplast, and so many more. Okay, so we move on. Having looked at the parts of the plant cell, we are now going to look at the parts of an animal cell structure. Okay, so the key parts here were mostly based on the cell membrane and the nucleus. That is why ECZ mostly tackles when taking exams. Okay, so now here, as I've already said, the questions that we're referring to from ECZ reference, which was 2010 question 3. Okay? Okay, so we are going, after we identify the parts of the animal cell, we are going to compare with those of the plant cell. Okay, let's compare with me. Take note of this. Here we are having an animal cell, beautiful as it is. The diagram is very visible. So we are going to look at the main part. we're going to look at the cell membrane. This blue thing where the pointer is pointing at, that is surrounding the cell. That is surrounding the cell. This is the cell membrane. We've already looked at the function that it is selectively permeable, meaning it chooses what goes in and out of the cell. Take note to say an animal cell is found in animals. The animals we're talking about humans and actually animals in common. Okay? So we're going to name also this important part, which is this is the nucleus where we're mostly basing on. Okay, so to confirm if what we've named is true, we are going to say from here. Good, you've seen here are the parts, very visible. Why we name this as the cell membrane. I bet you with me there you're also able to identify them. And this nucleus, which is in purple, this is the nucleus with other parts of the animal cell. Having looked at the parts of the plant cell and an animal cell, now we are going to To compare. Okay, so here the green thing you are seeing here, this is the plant cell, and the blue thing you are seeing here, this is the animal cell. So the first thing we're going to look at the difference between a plant cell and an animal cell. Okay, so here, as you can see here, you are able to stand by me. Okay, so with a plant cell, it has a vacuum. As you can see, it has a large vacuum. While an animal cell does not have a vacuum. Difference one, take note. Okay, they should take note. The other thing. The plant cell, it has the chloroplast, the green thing you are seeing here. Unfortunately, with an animal cell, we do not have a chloroplast. Okay, hope you are following. A plant cell has this green thing you are seeing that we named as the cell wall, while an animal cell does not have a cell wall. Okay, so having looked at these three examples, the rest of the parts, meaning they are both. So we're going to look at most of the items they mostly bring or the parts they mostly consider, which are the similar things in a plant cell and in an animal cell. Okay? So we go to our plant cell. The plant cell, we are having this nucleus. And even in an animal cell, we are having a nucleus. And again, in a plant cell, we are having this cell membrane that you are seeing here. Even in an animal cell, we are also having the cell membrane. In a plant cell, we are having the cytoplasm. Okay? I bet you are able to see the cytoplasm. And also in an animal cell, we are also having the cytoplasm. Okay, here the cytoplasm. Having looked at the similarities now, you are good to go. These are most of the parts that ECZ tackles. So you are supposed first to take note of the similarities and also the differences of a plant cell and an animal cell. Okay. Obviously, we cannot have the chloroplast in an animal cell because in an animal cell, photosynthesis does not take place. So it's just such things you are supposed to take note of them. Okay? Good to know. Let's hope you've taken note with your books and your pen.